Good afternoon, hope everyone's well this evening. I wanted to make a bit of a video about where we're going as a country, as the United Kingdom. I think it's clear that about 70% of the population want controlled migration or extremely limited migration, and I think it's clear that about 30%, or the elite class, the ruling class, take decisions for their interests, the 30%, and don't take the 70%, the plebs, into consideration. Because our concerns about the demographic change of the country and the direction of unlimited mass migration to the country is largely relevant to their interest, and it's largely relevant to their day-to-day life. And it's the same with the gender question. Now, me personally, I don't pay much stock to the gender question. I know up is down. There, see what I did there? Up is up, down is down. No one can convince me that up is down and down is up. It's as simple as that. That's my answer to the gender question. And the people that promote the gender identity nonsense are not actually exposed to it in a daily basis. They have private changing rooms, private jets, and it's a distraction, mostly. So that's the gender question. However, back to the migration and the immigration question. The elites have a particular worldview, and it's all about appearing nice and appearing fluffy and appearing to be relatively benign. But it's also about protecting their own interest, okay, and their social status, and they are not bothered by what we think or what our concerns are. And largely, I believe they think that we shouldn't even have the vote because we don't vote the right way. Just look what happened with Brexit and how long it took to get a version of Brexit, a crap version of Brexit, not the Brexit that I would have had, how long that actually took to happen. Okay, so that's the first point. There's roughly 200 countries in the world, and we're about, where is it now, 78th in size. I'd be prepared to drop our status in the world lower to maintain what we have, okay? A cohesive, coherent society for the English, Scottish, Welsh and Irish in Great Britain and the Republic of Ireland. I'd be more than happy to lower our status in the world. At the moment, we are considered a global power. We are considered a world player to a lesser degree now than we were previously, but still we have these statuses and privileges, sort of legacy of our imprinting culture, okay? I'd be happy, personally, to lower these statuses if it means keeping what we've got. If it means that we have to let the entire world into our country to show how nice we are and to show how liberal we are and to display our liberal credentials to the unenlightened, or what the elites think the unenlightened are. If this is the price that we have to pay, then we need to vote on this price. Is it a price worth paying? I would say probably not. Now let's look at World War II, when we defeated the mid-century Germans with belated help from America, okay? What thanks did we get? And we didn't go in to liberate France. We went in to destroy the mid-century Germans. Let's be clear on that. What thanks did we get? We didn't really get any thanks. We tell ourselves we were the good guy. We tell ourselves we did the right thing. We tell ourselves that it was for good. France don't think so. France has spent the last 50 years doing everything they can do to destroy America and the United States and her interests and the interests of Great Britain. Okay, so everyone says that France are our friends. Politically speaking, I wouldn't necessarily say that's true. Let's just be clear about that. Countries don't have friends, they have interests. The French interest is the European project. Is that our interest? I don't necessarily think it is, which is why I voted for Brexit, or one of the reasons I voted for Brexit. There's a lot of nuance in arguments. Nothing is black and white. You could say it's 50 shades of Sue Gray, to coin a phrase. There, I said it. I thought that was a good pun, so I used it. We've never had any discourse or debate about what country we want or what country we want to be moving forward. All of this was imposed upon us from the abolition of the death penalty in the 1960s, which there was no public appetite for. Now, I'm not necessarily for or against the death penalty. I'm merely saying that it was abolished there wasn't widespread support for it. Again, the liberal elite decided that they were going to abolish the death penalty, and they basically put it through. It's simple as that. There's arguments for it, and there's arguments against it. Personally, I would be in favour of reinstating it. Your mileage may vary on that, but that's just one of the many areas that decisions are taken without our consent and without wide support. Like the winter fuel payment that Labour's taking off the pensioners now. There's not wide support for it, but they're doing it anyway. Government's going to get bigger. And again, to a degree, parliamentary democracy is largely irrelevant now. Most of the big decisions, closing the borders, they can all be done online. We just need the civil servants, which are the permanent bureaucracy, to actually implement what we're voting for. What do politicians actually do, rather than all they do is waste our money? These are just my quick thoughts on where our country could be going. If we're all going to be siloed in our own homes and we're not going to have, interactions with people, why should the ruling class be any different? Do we even need a ruling class anymore? I would say no. Less space is always a good thing. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, give me a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.